You are now listening to Sembang Panas Podcast.
Yo, what is up people? Selamat datang ke lagi satu episod Sembang Panas. Jangan lupa guys, podcast kita ditajakan khas kepada anda oleh teman-teman kami daripada AceRealtorsSg. Untuk masyarakat,
Demi Masyarakat. Jangan lupa untuk follow rakan-rakan kami di Instagram dan TikTok AceRealtorsSg.
Jadi kalau korang nak beli rumah ke, jual rumah ke, tak payah pening-pening kepala, korang boleh saja hubungi ejen-ejen yang bertauliat daripada AceRealtorsSg.
Korang juga boleh terus hubungi mereka di talian 88779923 88779923.
dan kita masih lagi bersama dengan guest kita untuk hari ini, Mr. Hassan Rahman.
Wow.
Tadi first part kita dah dengar pasal dia punya backstory. Jadi
Backstory.
sekarang kita nak tanya dia pasal
Backstreet Boys.
jumpa korang sebentar saja nanti.
Podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Siapa-siapa boleh go, semua kita undang. Siapa berani masuk, jangan sebat temberang. Al-Kisah bikin panas macam goreng pisang, itu sudah terang. Panggil semua geng yang minat duduk, jom masuk gelanggang. Jom masuk studio, dah berapa banyak idol, kita kasih sampai viral. Al-Kisah dapat title, ini Sembang Panas. It's not for the weak, ini Sembang Panas. Real love on the mix, boom. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas.
Yo, what is up people? Nama saya Aidi Isha.
Anazia.
Liza Baliza.
Saiful Jazin.
Alright. And welcome back to part 2 of
Tiba English.
bercincong dengan Hassan Rahman.
Yeah. Okay, so for the second part, tadi kita dah cakap, like Aidi said, we talk about the backstory. So now we want to talk more on the business part. So tadi when you first introduce yourself, kau cakap kau entrepreneur and you were juggling many businesses. What are the businesses that kau juggle?
That one point of time, I was juggling my main business, Sembang Panas Bridal. And then I buat itu photo booth.
Photo booth.
Yeah, photo booth. And then ada franchise barber.
Franchise barber.
Okay.
And then that point of time I invested in one of these software company in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Semua
Hong
serentak
Kong.
ni?
At one go.
Wow.
Yes.
Ini belum start trading lah.
Itu belum lagi.
Recently kau banyak
Yeah.
buat trading.
Yes.
Live trading kau happening Ada macam makanan-makanan.
Ada makanan?
Pasal,
Ada makanan?
Ada macam makan-makan, macam ada.
That was the live trade party.
Oh, tak selalu lah.
Tak
Party.
selalu. Once in a while lah. Once in a while.
man.
It's a party. It's a party.
Baru nak join.
Yeah. So out of
Pasal
all this,
makan ni je.
Pasal makan. Sedap siap makanan dia.
kau tahu, kau rasa apa?
Tak, nampak sedap.
Oh, nampak sedap.
Join for the vibes.
Faham. Okay, so out of all these 4 businesses, I think 2 of them you are not doing anymore, right?
Actually, sekarang 3 dah tak.
3.
Yeah,
dah
so
tak.
the photo booth, I sold the shares to my brother.
Okay.
Barber is a franchise business.
Okay.
So I sold off to my partner as well.
Okay.
And then yang Hong Kong tu dah habis investment dia, I don't want to continue.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this episode kita nak focus on the 2 main things that I think you are known for.
Before that, I want to ask a very sensitive question.
Okay, what's up?
Because since I like to know about business, right?
ni
Which
part.
one were you making the most money of?
Of course, my bridal lah.
Alright.
That's my main.
Alah bodoh lah aku.
Kalau
Yalah.
Itu sensitive question ke?
Okay. Aside from the bridal lah, the number 2 lah.
actually kau punya sensitive question should be the other way around. Which of the
Loss.
businesses tak buat tak buat
Yeah,
duit?
biggest loss.
Biggest loss, I wouldn't say it's the biggest loss lah. Semua is making money lah.
Okay.
Cuma it's just that that point of time when I was running the business concurrently kan, some of the money that I get is not worth the time and energy spent. Yeah. So just
The returns
the returns and the results were not as macam tak tally lah dengan the workload that I'm giving.
Understand.
Alright, so aku nak jump on to the Sembang Panas Bridal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So nama the bridal itself, Shima Martin, it's nama bini kau.
Shima is my wife. Martin is my first child punya nama.
Oh.
Yes. So I get that a lot lah. People always thought it's Shima and Martin lah, but I'm Martin's father. Martin is my first child lah. He's my first child.
Kenapa nama anak last? Kenapa bukan Shima Hassan?
Okay, so that
Tak
point of
style
time,
pula.
that point of
Kita
time,
dah
that
sebut
was the
kan?
plan. That was the plan.
Okay.
Then I was telling my, nama dah macam makcik-makcik punya nama. I was like, then dulu my time, okay, siapa tahu kalau ada satu anak, nama mak, second nama anak.
Okay.
So, and then kita macam Shima Mati. It was just like macam impulse punya kasih je lah, hebat je lah. So that's where kita just go with Shima Martin. But for Shima Martin, my wife started the business dulu.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife started the business dulu.
Ini started the business as in alone atau macam mana?
She started as a freelance dulu, as a makeup artist.
Okay. That means belum masuk baju lah.
Belum masuk baju.
Okay.
Baju apa ni? Baju gangster.
Salah.
Ini kau mau main baju.
Baju juga. Mana besar ni baju. Yeah, so actually at that point I was working full time. I'm still working full time.
Okay.
So dia memang minat makeup lah.
Yeah.
So her mum sponsored her for a course. So she just pursue in learning with a bridal.
Okay.
So makeup artist banyak apa. Dia boleh makeup untuk celebrity, but she chose more to the mak andam side. So that's where she start learning as a mak andam makeup artist, and then slowly she develop herself. Ada banyak demand, and then that's where people start to ask her for baju package lah. Yeah, but I'm still working full time. So dia ask me want to become Pak Andam lah, macam side income.
Kau boleh make up orang?
Tak make up Pak Andam lah. Make up
Pak
boleh
Andam
lah.
lah.
Make up I can do. I learn from my wife lah. So Pak Andam means kita siapkan lelaki.
Okay.
Kita make upkan ID lepas
Ikatkan samping,
Ikatkan samping,
sediakan keris,
semua.
all that ya.
Yeah.
Kenapa bukan kau jadi Pak Andam aku time aku wedding?
Siapa? Mahal lah kau.
Rambut
Mahal lah.
Kau mahal lagi.
Kau artis tak boleh. Aku seram. Aku nervous.
tiba kena bayar dia.
Daripada aku yang bayar.
Sekali naik pelamin samping terbuka kan dah.
Dah salah.
Badan salah.
Okay. So yang Shima Martin ni, so bila when actually macam mana dia kira boom tong, because kan dalam banyak I would say macam bridal punya services atau companies kan, aku actually didn't even know about Shima Martin.
Okay.
And macam kadang sekarang kita scroll, every time kita akan nampak macam advertisement ke apa ke, but I have seen none from Shima Martin. Macam mana korang boleh, but apparently Shima Martin is well known.
Yeah.
Dia punya, I mean your company is well known. How do you guys do that?
Oh, you mean kita macam
Get there
Your
even
marketing,
without
yeah.
macam ads and all that.
Okay, dia macam gini. For kita punya business kan, my wife built a name as a makeup artist. It wasn't as a bridal dulu. Because dulu kalau nak buat bridal, you have to compete with all the bigger names.
Yeah.
As I mentioned tadi, I was working full time, right? And then, so there's one point I tengok macam she cannot juggle already. Too many clients, so kecoh. And my wife is creative side. So she cannot juggle, she cannot do the operations.
Okay.
So these stories was shared a lot lah, where my wife ada hal dengan satu pengantin lelaki. So because of that, then I came down, settle everything, all tu semua. So that's where I saw my wife struggling. And then I terfikir, I decided to, I haven't decided to join as a full time, to join her in the business. I was like macam worried lah. I mean for her pun she's worried. So she didn't want me to join, but I was like, okay lah, why not give it a try. Kita join. So after that I took the leap of faith, masuk join je dengan dia.
Okay.
So that's where kita slowly build the business. And I focus more on the operations and the marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, I focus more on the business.
The business side
the
lah.
business side lah. Yeah, so all the sales tu semua kita buat.
Okay, I heard in outside in punya podcast, your wife mentioned the worry that she had when you join in the business was that because korang dah memang dah ada dua income kan, habis now that when you join in there's only one income left.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for her to macam convince herself, or did you have to convince her to?
Oh, my convince was with her. Pasal okay, that time pun my kerja full time pun macam rabak lah. I wasn't at home. Selalu kena kerja 24 jam shift, 48 shift. So I wasn't always at home. So memang nak start tu I'm worried lah. Dah biasa dapat gaji that kind of amount, right? Then tiba-tiba nak join business, right? But I told myself that if I want to join, I want to make sure that this business can pay me more than my full time. But it's not instant lah. Join terus dapat gaji.
Correct. Take time.
It took a lot of time jugalah. So I convinced my wife I say you let me join, I will show you that I will make this business bigger and better lah.
Baik.
So that was the plan. Tapi tak ada, to me up till now pun I wouldn't say the business is successful. There's still more progress to do. There's still more to learn. So I wouldn't say it's successful lah. Yeah.
Plus I think bridal is a ongoing business that I think would inshallah will never die because orang kahwin
Yeah,
selalu.
people.
So I think that was a good business idea.
Actually dia bukan business idea lah. I mean of course that point of time memang bridal very hot lah. Tapi it's just that the USP we have is because of my wife's makeup lah, alhamdulillah. So macam dulu susah, orang kalau nak ambil kan nak Shima je makeup.
Oh yes.
Dah
Macam bini
preferred
aku lah.
one lah.
Is it? Macam bini aku, I want only tangan Shima je.
Kira macam boss
Kasih
lah,
tangan
nak
dia.
boss punya tangan.
So how was it? Kau punya wedding was with Shima Martin. How was your experience? As in kau punya wedding was with
Shima Martin.
Shima Martin. So how was it for your?
For aku biasa okay lah. Pada aku everything was smooth. Yang the best part was the try out the baju because aku was super shocked because we used to, right? Not trying to talk bad, but the aku nampak the difference tau. So bila pergi to the Shima Martin punya what do you call it, studio, studio dengan the other one, so nampak beza dia macam siapa ni macam lagi banyak choice, ni macam lagi looks a bit more professional. So tu yang bila aku pergi aku macam best pun. Then macam-macam baju standard lah, macam-macam baju. So we had a lot of
Banyak choice lah.
time dekat sana tu nak choose baju and everything, but everything was smooth. Everything was smooth. Even to the wedding day itself pun sama juga, macam very smooth. Aku didn't know how the whole thing go about. Memang kau nak kena tanya Shu pasal Shu yang kena make up dengan Shima. I wasn't there.
Besok aku tanya dia.
So I wasn't there yet. Aku was in another room with the padam. So
Okay. So during your Shima bridal punya business, what are the challenges that you and your wife faced?
The challenges I think the beginning part was very hard because I only baru nak blend in the operations dengan dia in terms of decision making.
Okay.
Because I already have my vision in the company. I already know what I want.
Dah buat goal setting
Because I know there's potential. But kita started small. Kita started from home aja. From rumah arwah nenek my wife. So I know that there's a potential because a lot of people like her to be the makeup artist. So how bila kita macam lama-lama tu kan nak katakan problem is to come to a conclusion lah. Selalu gaduh juga. Tak
how
happy.
bad was it?
Dia pernah lah satu situation ni kita dekat expo lah. Kat expo kan. So my wife wanted to give this deal to the client but I didn't agree. I didn't agree.
tapi dia dah sebut belum?
Dia dah sebut. Tapi I felt that macam the client trying to be manipulative lah to me. So I know that kita tak nak, I don't want to be giving something then kita tak be deliver apa. But it's actually it's okay. Cuma it's just that the client trying to
manipulate
here and there. So for me on the safe side, I thought macam okay lah, just don't give lah. So my wife not happy lah. So tak happy, gaduh balik.
Habis kat rumah continue gaduh?
Tak berbual lah.
Tidur luar.
Tak berbual lah. Rajuk lah. Tapi business lah, tak boleh gaduh lama lah.
Selalunya bila when especially couples like married couples especially get into business together, memang miscommunication, arguments ni semua memang tak boleh nak elak tau. So bila, and especially when it gets worse because you guys are married, balik tetap nak kena jumpa
face each other.
Macam mana korang do that? Like how do you guys put aside macam,
Actually I'm about to start with my husband a business. So if you have any tips, that will be helpful.
Dia kira kan
Starting juga dah macam sakit kepala
dia
juga
punya
tau.
tips senang je kan lah. Standby.
Oh tak
Kalau nampak Kak Ana tidur kat sini, kita faham. Gaduh.
Tak, sorry. Dia extra.
Dia tidur kat kereta
Yeah,
dia.
but because there's a lot of stereotype yang cakap when you do businesses with family, right? Most of the time, right, it fails.
Yeah.
Because it's macam, how to say this, ada conflict of interest, balik rumah kena jumpa. Even don't say lah macam husband wife lah. Macam mak bapak punya business pun boleh gaduh je. Yeah.
The professional and personal relationship tak very like the line kan. How do you draw? Yeah.
Okay, so dia macam gini actually. Bila kita ada any issues or discussion kan, we make that as a discussion, not a debatable punya issue.
Okay.
So bila kita nak discuss about something, okay, let's say I want to fight for this thing to happen, right? I have to give results.
Okay.
So bila I tunjuk result, she cannot say anything.
Yalah.
Sama je dengan dia. Kalau dia cakap, okay, I want to do this baju, I want to do into this colour. Then let's say I'm not happy apa kan, then I will just say, okay, never mind, you do, but make sure got results lah.
Yeah. Kena ada giving in, compromise in a way also lah.
Dia punya process in the beginning was very hard. Memang susah nak blend, susah nak understand. Tapi lama-lama with this semua tunjuk result. Tapi not realizing sebenarnya it helps to grow the company. Pasal kita cakap benda kita nak result.
Betul. Actually true. Yeah.
So cakap, okay, never mind, I will give this kind of deal to the client. Okay, let me talk this way to the client. As long as I give you results. With that, right, that's where we know our space and area. This is my space. Whatever I want to do, you let me do. So when it comes to decision in this area, I will decide. When it comes to the baju, the makeup, she will decide. I will not kacau.
The creative side lah.
The creative side. So kita tak kacau. Because at the end of the day, both of us is results. Yeah. So I think it took us maybe like I would say 2 years. 1 to 2 years. Sampai sekarang ada juga misunderstanding. Kadang-kadang gaduh juga. Kadang gaduh. Tapi kita dah tahu that kita gaduh ni tak lama lah.
It's for the business sake lah.
Because I mean being with my wife for 14 years kan.
Cuma 14 years.
14 years. So jangan cakap pasal business je, perangai in and out pun dah kenal. Jadi macam for now is easier to tackle. Okay. So memang is easy lah actually.
But bila kau baru masuk tu, because she's been running the business by herself.
Yeah.
So bila kau baru masuk and then you want to implement some changes here, some changes there, is it macam susah tak?
It was very very hard. Because I told you guys, I'm a person with low self-esteem.
Okay.
So the only thing that I can do is to talk to clients. Which aku malu gila. Tak confident. Aku cakap dengan aku berbual dengan klien, tangan menggigil. Berbual dah meripik gagap-gagap.
Lagi selalu berbual kat expo.
Expo, berbual pekik-pekik dengan Roslan Shah nyanyi-nyanyi.
Dia sebut
Boleh
gitu dia sebut.
Boleh. Sorry Abang Roslan nyanyi pelan sikit.
Tapi kalau dia tak nyanyi, rasa tak happening tu.
Betul. You will always see him in any event. Dia yang spice up the event.
Correct. True.
So, ada cerita kelakar tak bila you approach clients, habis menggigil, salah cakap ke, tersalah apa ke?
So far tak ada lah. So far alhamdulillah lah. So far macam berbual semua all quite fluent. I develop this when I run the business.
As you go along lah.
Yes, go along I get more confident. And then macam even up till today, like whenever issues, right, I can answer it accordingly lah. I can settle it accordingly.
Practice
lah.
makes perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so she Mamatin dah berapa lama actually?
Kita alhamdulillah kita since 2016. So dah 8 years.
Ui, lama.
8 years alhamdulillah.
Same years as Al-Kisah.
8 years, every week mesti ada wedding.
Yeah.
So sekarang ni mesti ada salah satu yang couple yang kelakar-kelakar, yang tak
Pening
betul,
kepala.
yang
Cerita
pening
seram sikit
kepala,
ke?
cerita seram ke, ada tak?
Kalau pening tu memang ada lah. Tapi kalau yang paling kelakar punya for me lah, paling kelakar punya is I have this client.
Okay.
Dulu admin semua I buat.
Okay.
I'm the one who set the appointment. Macam lagu ni. I'm the one who set the appointment. I'm the one who set everything. Macam diorang punya enquiries, follow up tu semua kan. So diorang kadang-kadang bila nak datang fitting kan, diorang kena bawa barang-barang diorang.
Okay.
Barang-barang apa?
Macam kasut, corset. So she knows it's me.
Okay.
So pakai dress kan. Beli coli. Ask me what colour to buy. Then
Was your wife there?
my wife wasn't there at the moment.
No.
Because I was in office.
Okay.
She's at home.
Habis?
Then I said, okay, your dress is this colour. Find nude colours. Can I show you? Can I send picture and show you? I say no. Don't show me. Then I say okay, never mind. Later, because usually communication is only through me.
Okay.
So I don't want my wife to be involved. Nanti kau tak dia stress kan.
Okay,
But on
yeah.
company phone.
On company phone lah.
Okay.
Nasib baik company phone.
So you still can pass to her and like
At least kalau ada gambar coli, Bini faham.
boleh tunjuk.
Tak, dia faham.
Yelah.
That was not supposed to be in the first place.
Yeah, then I was like telling her, don't show. You know right, this is Hassan, you know. Yeah, I know. Then I was like,
Okay, benefit of the doubt. Bila I went for fitting, right, it was a guy who did the
Measurement.
dia punya fitting kat belakang. So maybe that was like the norm yang dia rasa macam, actually I can just ask you what.
yeah, tapi you tahu macam for me I'm a man.
Ataupun banyak guys in the industry like lembut. So
Maybe
he just automatic.
So the girls feel like, oh, it's okay, you know.
Correct.
But I don't get this question. This is my first time orang tanya what bra colour to buy. Kalau pakai dress transparent, pakai just a nude bra dah okay lah. Orang nak pergi pakai nude
Maybe
colour
that should be
pink
your standard
ke,
template lah.
purple ke.
Di, kau ada tanya seluar dalam kau nak colour apa? Nude.
Kau ingat aku pakai seluar lace kan?
Mana tahu.
Other than that, any ada funny ke?
Tapi maybe kita husnuzon. Maybe dia dah ready, dah siap letak atas katil nak ambil gambar.
Bukan
Takkan dia nak
Yeah, like even then also it's weird to send a
Weird to
guy
ask lah.
what.
Did you tell your wife?
Yeah, I told her.
Oh, so the action.
Then she laugh lah.
Oh,
Dia tahu. Dia ni nak
Asyik baik dia
kenapa?
ketawa.
Dia nak kenapa nak pergi send gini. She wasn't at her home. She was at the shop.
Okay.
Tengah nak beli coli tu.
Dia tengah nak beli.
Nak ambil gambar. Then macam for me, certain thing is very straightforward. Sometimes it's common sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know lah. Husnuzon lah.
Husnuzon lah guys. Husnuzon. Other than that, any other
I think this is
funny?
one lah. Ada semua is just because for me right, I run business, I be very professional. Macam yes, I know some people diorang macam nak kawan-kawan. But for me, I run things very professionally lah. So that's where we know how to draw a line. Yeah, we need to draw a line lah.
Any macam impactful wedding that sampai sekarang kau teringat ke, or like something that macam they said make you macam oh so sweet, like any impactful?
Make me look sweet.
Tak macam kau dengar macam oh okay we made an impact in their life for their wedding or something
like
that.
the most memorable one for you.
The most memorable one.
Yeah.
So far banyak kot. Tapi kalau nak katakan boleh ingat, I can't really recall lah.
Oh banyak tu.
Aku was expecting saya cakap wah time
ID
ID
show.
punya dia pakai baju kita.
Kau nak je
Tak ada. Tapi problem saya yang that time lepas kita record podcast rebuild dekat tempat Hassan, rabak je. Aku kan ambil gambar dengan that old wedding baju. That
The comparison.
I can finally fit without alteration. No, and then when you look back at the baju yang I baru pakai that day dengan baju time aku pakai tu in 2019. Kesian saya Shima. Kesian bini dia. Banyak saya dia kena alter. Baju dia expand banyak je.
Yang alter bukan aku. Alter is my the alter is not my wife. Is my staff.
Kesian dia punya staff je. Sial kau.
Okay, so
material semua dia macam tak cukup ni. Sial lah ni hari.
Tambah.
The problem bukan pasal alter tu. The problem sekarang bini aku cakap dia nak kan kita punya 5th year anniversary. This year.
Photoshoot lah.
Dia nak photoshoot.
Kira pakai baju sama.
Dia tengok you dah tanya belum Hassan berapa dia charge?
Okay, sila tanya sekarang
Sila
dalam
tanya
live.
sekarang.
Sadly kita tak buat pre and post wedding photoshoot.
Okay.
Services kita only focus on actual day weddings.
Ada jual baju dia tak?
Kita tak jual. Yeah, it's a package rental.
Tapi boleh
dengan
rent
makeup
lah.
artist
Rent baju dia.
Kita tak rent ala carte.
Oh tak rent lah kan.
Only package
korang
lah.
kena buat
Actual
wedding lagi.
day.
Kena kahwin lagi.
Kena sanding lagi lah.
Sanding.
Kena sanding lagi lah.
Sorry wife.
Then okay, this one question bila diorang dah pakai that baju, of course need to alter lah macam ID cakap kan. Then what happens after that with the baju-baju?
Baju dia.
Like macam all these people kena alter baju according to their size and everything. What happens after the wedding, the baju?
Usually for baju kita akan send for dry cleaning as per normal.
Okay.
Tapi memang baju ni is versatile. Kita bila buat baju kita selalu ada allowance.
Nanti dalam
dia
dia you
besar
will
kecil.
see.
Then kita boleh buka
We'll
balik
see the
jahitan
stitching.
dia. Dia bukan permanently jahit according to the client size.
Baru tahu.
Itu dah beli list.
Jadi kalau klien-klien yang nak kurus, nak pergi jumpa Cimang Martin, baju tak muat, kau rasa nak kurus.
Jumpa ID dulu.
Tu product one practice.
Tiba kau rasa.
Because you see, for me, the challenge when running a bridal business, I'm a guy.
Correct.
Coming from a gangster background.
Yeah.
It's a girl thing, ladies thing. That's how struggling it was. Then nak berbual pasal package, nak faham adat kahwin pun, it took me very long.
Okay.
How long was it?
I mean like to understand what is sanding, what is bertandang, it took me a while. Bila nak kahwin baru faham
Bila sendiri go through it lah.
Actually sampai sekarang pun aku tak tahu.
Kan, exactly.
But the current generation semua kadang orang cakap ada bridezilla kan. But I feel like now also ada groomzilla what. Like the men are also getting more involved.
Yeah.
Groomzilla.
Groomzilla dengan bridezilla ni apa benda?
Okay, bila perempuan nak kahwin, tiba-tiba meroyan tak tentu pasal lah, mengamuk and all that, which is common. We do hear that. But at the current generation, we do see groomzilla what.
Yeah, correct.
So I guess you are seeing more numbers of men getting involved.
Actually memang apa, that's why the reason why I joined my wife is because of the groomzilla ni lah.
Yeah. Macam cerita sikit apa je jadi.
Yang mana case ni?
Yang groomzilla ni.
Yang cerita ni, okay, if I can recall that point of time, so bila the event dah settle tau, dah habis event dah habis. Okay, if I can remember is something that this baju was like something baju baru ke apa. Okay. So baju tu, okay, dia bukan baju, kira macam kita belum ada baju banyak tau. So called macam ni customization. So customization ni is a discussion between her and the client.
Okay.
Tapi client nak claim that this baju is dia yang design. So I don't know, something like that lah.
Some credit issues lah.
So he was not happy, gedebak-gedebuk tu semua, and then it escalated to be after the event dah habis tu semua, and then berbual on the phone, and then my wife nangis lah. Then I was like, rabak lah ni, sampai nangis ni, apa cerita So tu lah lelaki ni dah macam kasar, dah macam ganas lah, dah macam fanatik lah, dah bising-bising tu semua. So I spoke to him on the phone. Ganas, memang very fanatic jugalah. So of course it's my wife, right? I have to be very professional jugalah. So I say okay, if that's the case, nak kita jumpa lah, kita berbual je. Maybe let's meet up and let's try to resolve this issue lah. Jumpa lah. First jumpa, that's where start gangster sikit lah.
Masih ada tattoo lah.
Tu time belum ada tattoo lagi.
Selalu
I jumpa klien pakai long sleeve selalunya. I always cover my tattoos
professionalism
lah. Because like I say, I'm quite ashamed of my tattoos lah. Tapi it's not nice lah, not very presentable kan. Tapi this time sengaja lah pakai short sleeve.
Malam tu hantu keluar.
Tu hantu keluar.
Kau masih nak selit.
Tapi ini psikologi lah. Dia dah nampak apa, so dia nak fanatic pun dia macam okay, then kita berbual. But when we talk about it, right, there's no one is wrong, no one is right. It's just that your reaction is the overboard already.
Faham.
Yeah. So bila berbual macam gitu, and then even the wife was very apologetic lah. The wife macam dia pun macam bingit dengan lelaki dia lah. Macam lelaki boleh berlebih pula. Yeah. So that was where macam my wife broke down lah. Dia macam kesian, macam breakdown, and then macam buat benda semua, macam makan pun susah, macam very stressed, affected. I was very affected. So that's where I decided macam okay, after this apa issue semua let me settle. Yeah. So anything semua let me settle this amicably with the clients if there's any issues lah. So that's where I slowly that's where I learned a lot about problem solving skills.
Alright.
Without this problem, right, I won't know how to deal with clients. Because remember, I dah deal dengan myself. I dah deal with my past problem. When it comes to business problem, it helps a lot. Yeah.
Alright, okay. So tadi kita touch about ID going there for Rebuild Podcast. So I want to ask about Rebuild Podcast pula. Kenapa tiba-tiba keluar podcast pula?
Okay, so basically kan, if I'll be honest with you guys, even before the OGs buat this podcast, I already have this idea.
Okay.
Tapi not podcast punya benda macam recording, because the belum ada Spotify.
Betul.
It's just that macam kau nak jadi YouTuber.
Macam ada talk show lah.
Talk show lah, macam ada talk show. Pasal dulu kecil I pernah mimpi nak buat, pernah ada dream nak buat macam buku sendirilah. Tapi that point of time I felt that I haven't gone through a lot in life to share with people my life. Kalau macam sekarang, kalau I bilang orang, if let's say lah contoh, I don't have anything, I don't achieve anything, I will totally just my stories. Orang kan, kau ada apa?
So after that, what's next?
Belum ada demi end goal dia tu.
Lain lah kalau dah bawa jet ke kan, dah bawa Lambo kan, lagi orang lagi percaya.
Tapi kereta kau pun dah lawa je.
Itu dulu belum ada lagi. Cerita aku macam biasa je.
Okay lah, storybook dah boleh buka lah ni.
Aku dah salah. Aku kereta pun tak ada, dia dah invite aku.
Your success through different ways.
Tapi macam it's just a platform macam okay, like I said, I'm a person with low self-esteem. So I don't know how to break out of this low self-esteem. And basically partly what helps me is talking to clients. Talking to clients. And bila I want to share this with, of course is orang cakap berapa nak buka aib kau, berapa nak buka pas kau, right? But to me is something that I know a lot of people out there, diorang nak berubah. Diorang memang nak berubah, cuma diorang tak ada direction. They don't have someone to push them. No proper role model. Macam to see that I want to show you that aku gangster dulu, aku jahat dulu, aku pernah masuk dulu. And I can still achieve what I want. Regardless kau nak cakap kau down, aku pun tattoo. Aku pun ada tattoo. My highest qualification is PSLE. I don't even have a damn N level or O level pun. Macam dulu ada N level, O level, macam balu tau. Sekarang I'm proud that I don't have an N level. To be honest so I feel like macam I need a platform. How am I going to share the stories and everything? So initially I wanted to cover about masculinity tu semua, but I just feel it's not me. And banyak orang, so when it comes to the podcast pula, malu gila lah nak buat, to be honest, because I told you guys I'm not the person where in front of camera nak buat content. Tak macam ID lah, joget-joget.
Tak ada kemaluan.
Ada kemaluan lain sebenarnya. So and macam for me like it's not me I'm not about so memang I'm orang daripada dulu I like to advise people. I didn't realise that until a lot of people tell me. Kau ingat tak dulu kau kat dalam dengan aku, kau pernah advise aku. Kau pernah tak ingat?
Penasihat lah.
Some sort, tapi I actually not advising tau. I'm just sharing with them my life, my story je, my journey. Aku pernah duduk ini, aku pernah gitu, aku pernah gaduh, tapi aku alhamdulillah berbahasa agama. This kind of thing lah. And I didn't know that when I start to play the social media, macam just normal social media, a lot of people are inspired by me. But to me, honestly, I'm nobody. I'm
You're just
nobody.
sharing your story.
I'm just sharing macam okay lah, daily aku pergi gym, just buat business. I love cars lah in a way. I love performance cars. Macam I think, but of course people are inspired lah. But I'm doing this particularly is to be a role model for my kids. It's for my kids. The most important person that I must guide is my children. Tapi bila orang lain dah macam then that's where orang ask me to go to podcast, share my story. Then to me macam aku tak ada benda saya nak share. Orang kata jadi siapa sah ni mamak ni, world apa ni datang. So after like okay, alhamdulillah, yes I did achieve some things that I want, but that's where macam okay lah, let me open up a podcast and share. Tapi it's about motivation. Cuma I wasn't comfortable to share about my dark past. So what was the first thing I did was I spoke to my two eldest children. I bilang diorang dulu lah, I cakap okay boys, I'm going to open up a podcast ini, I'm going to share about my past. Bilang diorang dulu lah, tak nanti diorang macam bapak aku
terperanjat ke apa.
So
dah pergi sekolah bilang orang daddy last time gangster you know.
Anak aku tiba-tiba besok sekolah siapa lah ini apa cerita, I now get to know my father last time gangster.
Why the name Rebuild?
Okay, so rebuild is because kita pernah jatuh, kita pernah fail. So we are rebuilding back our life to society. We are rebuilding back ourselves as a person. First kita rebuild diri kita to live normally. Macam myself, just to have a normal job, relax kerja, balik, jumpa matai, cukup time macam gitu. Once we cover that normal stage, and that's where kita akan slowly see progress and growth. Because during that journey tu kita dah tahu potential kita apa. We know kita boleh buat business ke tak, ke are we meant to just kerja je. Pasal pelan-pelan tu makin kita tahu diri kita, potential kita lah. Kita ni rajin ke atau kita pemalas, kita ni semangat 5 minit ke semangat 1 minit, macam gitulah. So that's how I feel like macam even yes, I did share with you guys, walaupun I dah keluar TC, that was not my last stop pun. I was doing pretty well sebenarnya. From kerja start gaji 900, and then slowly lepas tu dah dapat naik pangkat. Lepas tu I work in the PSA.
PSA considered quite good, right?
Kerja lasak lah, kira kerja 48 hours tak balik. But the pay is good lah for me without a high qualification.
Lashing
so the reason also this rebuild, orang kan lashing, main prime mover. Bawa trailer. So technically my life is good. Dah kahwin, dah ada anak. I went through NS pun masih boleh kerja, semua gedebak-gedebuk. But that's where I took drugs. It's to me it's sensitive lah. But I took drugs. That's where I felt at the most failure part of my life.
Kira kan you fell down back lah.
Dah doing well apa, dah keluar TC, and it was like after 4 years. After 4 years gitu kan. Habis lepas tu kerja stres. Kerja lasak 48 jam.
So because of your job, that's why you had to take that as a outlet lah.
Correct, exactly. So bila ambil tu, then lepas tu dia escalate, dah start to do all the nonsense things. Not being myself anymore. And then because of that, I fail. And
stray away from your goal lah.
It feels like shit pasal dulu masuk seorang. Kecewakan mak bapak je.
No.
Ini kecewakan wife dengan anak.
Dua.
Berat
So it feels like shit lah. Sitting in DRC literally feels like macam sial lah. Dekat RTC dah okay, dah sweet, dah tak main baju, dah kerja. So that's why guys, macam dalam life ni kan, kadang-kadang dia ada orang walaupun dia dah doing well, dia akan jatuh juga. So
But
just
how you
keep
get
rebuilding back your life.
All those are tests lah.
Test lah, correct. It's how whether test tu kau makin nak terjatuh atau kau patah balik, rebuild back your life. So like this is where we being having rebuild kita tahu different orang punya problem. Like macam saya ni, how he build, you know, tersingkir daripada anugerah screen.
Dalam banyak-banyak tu je ingat.
Tu dah highlight kau Adi.
Okay, you ask ID this question. Now I want to ask you back. What is your vision for your podcast?
My vision for my podcast, okay. So basically, actually to be honest, right, when I started the podcast, right, I don't plan to monetize pun sebenarnya.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never planned to monetize atau macam nak make money out of it ke apa ke tak. Most important is I focus on my values.
Okay.
I focus on the values, whether people really have takeaways from the story. My vision is actually betul-betul kalau kita cakap pasal Demi podcast, I want to have a platform like an academy. Okay, kau nak berbual pasal business, okay, kau datang kat sini. Kau nak berbual pasal entrepreneurship atau nak berbual pasal skills. I want to have a platform for that. So macam technically I know that something that in prisons the support system is not strong enough, atau orang rasa macam very corporate, very formal. Macam kat sini kan macam kau tak payah malu. Pasal apa? Kita faham kau. Kau berbual cara kau, kita boleh tahu, kita boleh relate. So it's like a platform and academy, and also where these people yang macam let's say orang datang nak belajar lagi, I can have a platform for them. Okay, kau nak belajar, kau nak ambil skill, okay, kau boleh pergi sini. Okay, kau nak macam academy,
Just
okay,
give them the
sini.
right directions where to go.
That was the plan, and that's where my kids will be involved. So they will help me run this. So they have a responsibility that at the same point of time pun, you know that you are doing this, you cannot sembarang perangai, wah malu aku je, orang bapak kau.
Tiba bapak-bapak dia dah keluar.
Bapak mode on.
Bang mana tahu anak dia tengah tengok sekarang, tengah takut je.
Bapak tolong orang anonim kau.
So it's more like giving back to the society, but essentially it gives an eye opener to my children. Because I know that people will still label me as marit. People label me as gangster, time lambat, apa-apa, whatever shit lah they want to say. One day people will also say that to my kids. But my kids know my sincere heart, what I'm doing.
Your true self.
Exactly.
Alright.
Okay. So far during your podcasting journey, right, what are the challenges that you face?
Wah, challenges because I'm new to this, I'm not a media kind of guy. So it's the most challenging part was technical lah, standard. Technical such as dah recording gini, audio tak record.
Habis macam mana? Buat balik lah?
Wah, that one was my first guest Danny 1 star.
Alamak, big guest tu.
My first guest, but Danny is a nice guy. Yeah, thanks Danny, you literally cool guy. So kita memang kenal kan. So but malu gila lah, pasal dah recording semua. The first story was best tau. Memang macam all his stories, the chemistry was there. Sekali dah berbual, my editor lah terus cakap, bro, I'm so sorry bro, the SD card was corrupted.
Aduh. But it's normal though. It's normal.
And I was new, right? So I don't know about technical. I don't even have a roadcaster pun, tak ada pun. Kamera pun semua kamera pun sembarang aja at one time. But I have a concept lah for the podcast. Even though yes, it's just a name, tapi I know what I want. The edits, most important is the stories, right? Tapi the edits and everything tu semua. So that was one of the challenges. I thought it happened once. Banyak kali juga. So I have to call Danny again. I have to call Danny again, recording again. Tapi he was very understanding lah. So tak apa. Okay, kita buat lah. He was okay. Then I got one time, kita buat recording 3 episod. The 2 episod dah okay, 3 episod lupa nak record.
Alamak.
Nasib baik kamera dekat. So pakai kamera punya
Sound lah.
sound. But it was like macam tak kisah buat je lah. That was one. Recently sekarang banyak problem is guest last minute tak boleh datang.
Alamak.
Apa jadi?
And the worst part is kau punya podcast you are alone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Syah.
Correct. That one was very challenging. Okay, kalau tak boleh datang tak apa, especially last minute. Last minute. Because
How last minute?
Okay, so macam kita recording every Thursday apa.
Okay.
Okay.
So usually for me 1 month before, I always slot in my client schedule.
Okay.
Not my guest.
Your guest,
Guest punya ni kan. Okay, every Thursday, okay, ni guest A, guest B, guest C. Dah plan semua for the whole month. So I don't need to think about it. So nanti bila dah come, okay, ada macam cakap nak make changes or here and there. I try to accommodate. Yang ada kadang-kadang malam ni recording, pagi cakap tak boleh datang.
Aduh, Abi.
Tapi paksa, that's where kena cari alternative. Then yang hassle dia is apa tahu, kan I dah slot in my guest for the upcoming episode kan. Yang next week ni nak kena bawa this way. Tapi macam malu tau. Macam dia ni apa ni, kejap cakap dik ni, kejap cakap dik tu. I don't want it to feel that way. Yang ada the recent one he was the one who wanted to volunteer to my he was the one who wanted to share. It's a very interesting story. He was the one who wanted to share. Kita dah jumpa, dah berbual semua. Besok recording, Nari cakap tak boleh datang.
Asal? Was there a reason ke?
The reason is pasal he said that there's nothing gained from his side.
Kejap, so dia approach to share his story. Lepas tu the day before dia cakap dia tak boleh datang sebab nothing to gain.
Dia tak gain anything from this podcast.
What?
So macam for me like, because kita dah discuss about this, I ask lah macam kau kita nak share kat podcast aku. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what, it's about to inspire people. So your story can be a motivate, and that's why I keep doing this macam makin semangat. Almost every day I have DMs. Bro, I heard your podcast, I'm very inspired, thank you so much. Because of you, I find direction in life.
Kira macam saham akhirat also lah.
This one I tell you this DMs is way puas hati daripada dapat sponsor punya DM. Terus terang I cakap dengan you. Macam nampak okay, these people dah DM kan, I macam okay, alhamdulillah lah rezeki ni sponsor nak ada inquire. These DMs macam bro, I just listen to your podcast. I listen to your podcast from another podcaster, from another podcast punya ni kan. I'm truly inspired. Thank you so much for sharing. You gave me hope. Kadang-kadang bila I talk pasal agama, buat orang wake up. I tell you guys, this is the most valuable thing. So the same thing I told him. This you know, you whatever problems you have, some people is also going through the same thing. Why not you share this right and put some light into those people who are in the darkness. Lepas tu dia cakap nothing gain for him. I was macam,
Did you ask, okay, what gain are you looking for?
I never ask For me, what's the point? I know already lah. At the end of the day,
Tapi dia yang approach saya in the first place.
bro.
Mungkin suddenly dia dengar, oh kalau Tan dapat duit ke.
I can pay, no problem.
That's the thing
But if you want like this right, means you're not sincere.
Tak ikhlas.
Tak ikhlas. To be honest, if you asking for payment, I can pay.
I can come again.
Can. How much you want?
$500
$1.
Tak $500 tadi dah ada deal kan?
Ambil ISID punya ni.
Baju biru tu je. Baju biru tu.
Baju biru.
Baju biru
Dia dah
songket
obsessed
je.
dengan baju biru.
Then as a solo podcaster, tak rasa macam there are times you feel that you talk alone then macam ke laut ke, bukan ke laut lah, I mean like macam, do you get comment macam syuk sendiri, berbual sendiri?
Okay, to be honest kan, I don't even like seeing myself in the recording. I feel weird, awkward, because I'm not the camera guy. But to me, I focus on the values, I focus on the stories. I think that's when naturally orang nampak. But yes, of course I have my concerns, my worries that ini siapa sangat. Ini macam je berbual macam faham je. Kau setiap kau seorang yang pernah duduk je.
Orang lain buat podcast kau pun nak buat.
Itu standard. Normal.
Tapi respect lah legit that you still can carry on your podcast despite being solo. Aku buat partner hilang, aku pun hilang. Legit je. Aku dah tak boleh share because the topic was good, you know, like there was a if bantering you can stretch, you know. But if you call seorang aku nak berbual dengan siapa sia?
Kena paitau guys, tak sepedih kena paitau co-host.
Sedih sia je. Sekarang tak ada orang nak berbual dengan aku, berbual dengan tingkap.
Tapi besar macam we talk about kita nak buat sesuatu, kita kena fikir long term tau. Tapi sometimes as you do this right, the ideas come. New ideas will come. That's why orang cakap terjun betul je dulu. Pasal apa? Nanti pelan-pelan ideas datang.
Correct.
Memang at this stage at the end of the day, my stories will still be the same. Okay, you talk about your hardship, then lepas tu macam zero to hero story.
Correct.
So that's why I realise benda motivation ni tak semua orang suka dengar.
Correct.
Betul.
Yes. A lot of people like to do things focusing on the majority.
Betul.
I do things focusing on minority.
Yes.
I make that minority become majority.
Betul.
That's my plan. Biasa kalau minority tak ada orang dengar, tapi there's still market for them.
Betul.
So that's why macam I know like you guys, korang main general. Korang do general. I can't be doing general. So kira apa? Kalau muka handsome tengok, muka tak handsome tak nak tengok. Muka lawa tengok, muka seksi boleh tengok, muka tak seksi tak nak tengok. It cannot be like that, right? I don't even have a personality. I'm not a photogenic or videogenic pun sebenarnya. Kadang-kadang tengok dia kat cermin macam handsome. Bila dia tengok mereka macam siap muka aku. So when kita dah buat lama-lama dah buat this podcast kan, then of course turning point. Let's talk about turning points. Like for myself, my turning point is agama. I jumpa agama, and then my second turning point is when I met my wife. I have a children. That's where macam we focus on goals and everything. Bila kita berbual pasal these guests, right, macam ada orang sama juga agama, ada macam mak meninggal, ada wife meninggal, macam ada something bad happen to him, he's at this rock bottom. It's quite, so lama-lama orang akan dah tahu
The pattern lah. Dah ada
pattern dia
pattern.
masuk dalam jumpa agama is the same. So that's where I get a new idea. I came out a new segment. So this segment is called Mud Rap Talk. It's not Mud Rape. It's Mud Rap, REB, short form of rebuke. So the Mud dash rap. So this segment pula I berbual pasal experience behind bus. Which I kena fikir tak ada orang berbual pasal ni. So that one I cari co-host. So I set the requirement for a co-host. So biasa banyak orang nak jadi co-host kan. Ada DM me tau, bro, I think if you need second co-host, you can call me, gini-gini semua kan. But bukan senang kan. So I put a requirement lah. Nak jadi co-host aku senang je. Minimum kena duduk prison 5 tahun. Rotan minimum 5 rotan.
Okay.
So orang sampai cakap,
ID kau pas?
Okay, bye wife, see you in 5 years.
Just nak jadi co-hostnya pasal.
banyak orang macam banyak orang cakap, okay tak apa, besok aku buat case. Nanti kau tunggu aku 5 tahun.
Dia nak try lah. Kena male female punya.
Tak, macam biasa tempat kerja, you cannot have a record, baru you can get employed.
Ini nak kena ada record.
Ni bukan case rebuild sia ni. Go and build yourself back sia.
Perempuan tak boleh masuk dah. Tak boleh kena sebat.
Exactly.
So basically macam that's where bila macam kita yang macam korang tak pernah masuk, tak pernah pegang, you all want to hear things that have never been
Correct.
heard, right? That's why my apa tu panggil slogan tagline like stories were never heard, struggles that were never seen. So and then I was surprised bila tengah cerita pasal prison ni kan, kelakarnya orang macam pacik-pacik kan. Cik imagine tau, bila kau cakap kau kat dalam sorang-sorang, cik tengah imagine cik kat dalam sorang-sorang. Habis macam kau sampai imagine lah.
Diorang nak feel the thing.
Diorang nak feel tau. Then I was like okay. Then I inside my mind, banyak lagi cik belum dengar cik. So that's macam okay, I need a co-host. Because to me my sentence is only like what I only said RTC 18 months alone, nothing much interaction with people.
Correct.
Then my next center was DRC. Itu ada some stories 9 months. Kita nampak macam gangster macam gini tau. Dekat dalam main blind mice.
Blind mice yang game kita main kat playground.
Kita ramai-ramai ni, satu orang ikat dengan baju ni.
Lepas tu cari.
Blind mice. Tapi semua tattoo orang kosong. Keluar bilik tu
Step macam. Tapi bila main
macam bodoh-bodoh lah.
Terpekik-pekik lah.
Gangster-gangster umur 40 lebih. 50 lebih semua. Lepas tu kelakar. These are the things lah kita buat. But this is what people don't really
know about
tak tahu. I mean I don't want you guys to experience.
So let me, unless you want to be in rebuild.
Kira kalau Eko masuk Absal, aku nak masuk rebuild lah.
Hassan
Aku
Rahman
masuk.
Kau tak mau jadi hal dia.
Story dia happening tau. Kau tak imagine kali dia ni dah buat hal, masuk duduk 5 tahun, 4 Ken.
Alamak, shot satu.
Boss, give me one more.
Tak, dia dah dapat 5 dia datang interview. Sorry bro, you can't. You're not selected.
Sorry bro, kurang
Bayar
kurang.
satu lagi.
5 years later dia punya requirement naik 10 years.
Kau tak mau je. Kau
One more.
Kau imagine betul-betul lah ada orang masuk kan, habis just because nak masuk rebate, member tak tidur siang malam siang pasal aku siang dia masuk. Okay guys, please jangan guys.
But have you, okay, during your podcast macam with guests or maybe when you're alone, was there any funny experience yang kau sampai sekarang teringat, then you have a lesson learned behind this?
Funny lesson so far tak ada lah. Tapi that's why it's good bila macam sometimes it's a reminder for me.
Okay.
Kita manusia biasa tau, macam kita rasa macam kita dah doing well, there are certain setbacks yang kita masih ada. Macam kadang-kadang terlupa diri ke. But when I have this guest, it's a reminder for me. Then good thing macam paling yang suka is macam Chef Bob punya episode, where he advised about time management, which I agree. That's why I was having so many businesses at that one point of time. One point of time tu is the time management sucks. So bila dia cakap macam gitu, it's a reminder. Betul sih, time management ni is actually very important. Tapi kalau macam the funny ones, I think will be dengan toy lah. Dengan dia lah.
Kecoh lah.
So all the funny stories lah. But a lot of them, the parent stories is all very good value stories lah, that I always take note lah.
For your own yang Libby podcast ni, tak ada plan nak cari co-host ke?
Cari apa?
Co-host.
Nah, I have already. I already started.
That one is Smart Rap, right?
Smart Rap.
But for your yang normal rebuild.
Okay, for the normal rebuild, for the solo punya episode kan, memang I chose to be alone because I went through the hardship. I know what questions to ask. I know what questions to ask, and I also know like macam sometimes ada orang dia nak tanya soalan dia macam malu-malu. Dia takut. So for me like I in a way know how to ask a question yang orang tak akan tanya lah.
Takut co-host cakap salah nanti
something macam sekarang I'm serious, dia joking.
Faham.
Yeah, so takut macam dynamic dia dah lari lah.
Okay, last question sebelum kita end. In kau punya first episode, kau mention that you were supposed to do the podcast with someone else, but it wasn't mentioned who. Siapa sebenarnya?
Okay.
And apa jadi?
Dia ketawa macam dia cerita je kat belakang.
Betul-betul
besar
main korek Okay, so
Sampai
memang
first episode tau aku korek balik.
Okay, bagus. You are the potential to be my co-host. Exception.
I'm gonna miss you already.
Exception. Tak payah prison rotan, aku boleh rotan kau.
Salah.
Shima.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'll just be transparent on this. So basically, bila nak buat podcast ni kan, like I told you guys, I'm a person with I'm still fighting with my low self-esteem.
Okay.
So bila nak buat podcast ni, I'm not familiar with social medias. Okay. And of course, I know that someone who a lot of people look up to. Because like I said, people don't know me. When I share my stories, ni siapa ni, mak ni, ni mari mana ni, bocah ya kan. So I was thinking macam, okay, let me find someone that a lot of people look up to. Kira kalau cakap jalan lah. Okay. And he also have his journey. And people saw his progress from nothing to where he is now. Yeah, and which is my brother lah, Syam. Yeah. So I approach him. I say, come on, let's start something. Kita berbual pasal this masculinity lah. That one I said. I shared the plans and vision with him, which aligns together sebenarnya. Yeah, it aligns together. So and for your information, kita dah buat recording pun.
Kira
kali
macam
saja.
The Hassan Brothers podcast.
The Rahman Brothers.
The Rahman Hassan.
Hassan Rahman kau buat kelakar.
Itu anak dia.
Anak
dia nanti feature.
Aku looking forward 10 years later.
So at that point of time, my brother was having a lot on his plate. So brain juice is all everything on me lah. Which I already planned everything. So my first episode was a recording with my mum. Yeah, so I was recording with my mum. Like, you know, we ask her questions lah, macam mana she went through all this. First me, then my brother, all that lah. So along the way, I think kita dah went for the second episode. So that's why I think Syam told me lah, macam, you know, he got too much things on his plate. Dia tak boleh focus on this. And yeah, when Syam is with me, he told me lah that he cannot be Syam Rahman, which I respect lah.
Meaning?
Because kita ada beradik. So macam how dia berbual dengan korang, dia boleh berbual kasar. Tapi bila with me, dia berbual macam ada batas dia.
Pasal abang.
Pasal abang.
Okay.
Which I totally respect that lah. Macam it makes sense lah. Because of course I mesti macam Dini kalau mau maki-maki aku macam tak biasa lah. I also tak biasa pun. Dini berbual aku
Nanti end up trigger each other pula.
macam trigger tau. Macam I just feel that like bila kita out, because I want to be natural as possible. I want to be natural. Kita tak nak macam kat sini macam kat luar macam diam. So I think he addressed that, and I also acknowledge, and I said that it's okay, no worries. But I still want to continue. Actually dah nak give up pun sebenarnya. Tak nak buat pun. Macam salah, still have to do because who going to tolong me? I told you memang I was really stressed at point of time. Pasal apa? One thing je that what make me stress. I already told my kids ya.
You set them down, right?
Aku dah buka file dengan anak aku.
Dah expect something.
Kan tak payah buka file.
The show must go on.
Habis diorang pun macam excited. Because honestly macam yalah I don't know why is it with me. I always look down on myself dulu. Up till now masih ada. So I macam rasa macam my kids don't look up to me. So macam I want to do something. Yes, they see me as someone who's just a provider, but I just want more. I want my kids to see me as someone who help people, someone who motivates, something like that lah. Jadi dah bilang diorang cerita macam gini, and they are excited. Then macam kalau bilang diorang tak jadi, rasa macam I told you guys, I tell you guys, I literally call a lot of people, to be co-host with me. Then I ask for my wife punya advice lah, macam you say this one okay tak, that one okay tak, ni susah, dia ni alpha, dia tu alpha. There's a few influencers yang I tanya pun. There's a few influencers yang I tanya pun.
Tak tanya aku.
Kau bukan influencer. Kau influencer.
Dia selit
Bila kau influencer?
Ada sebunyi terus.
Yang some pun ada terus macam diorang interested tapi dah berbual pasal duit.
Baru start dah tanya pasal money.
Aku share macam mana gini-gini semua. Yang ada okay, memang boleh buat. Memang almost I have this one person. He was the only person memang betul-betul nak. Tapi pasal dia busy gila lah. Dia memang he's a true hustler, and I takut dia akan kacau momentum with my podcast. So that's where I told him actually betul nak jadi. So I just be transparent with him. I cakap aku rasa aku jalan solo. This one was literally pushed by my wife My wife was the one who told me you should do alone. My wife marah me lah, you sampai bila nak solo self-esteem macam gini, get out of this and do it lah. You have my support. Macam try lah. I tell you guys, first day kan dah macam repeat first time macam delete lah, tak nak lah. Tapi because I have a partner, so basically my partner is my editor lah. The one you see those editing ni semua is my partner. He's my partner Syami. So he's my partner. He's a Gen Z. Dia kira 1% Gen Z lah that I know of. 1%. So memang because he took the effort to set up everything, beli lampu semua and everything all kan. So just go on lah. Up till now I hear my episodes, I cringe lah, to be honest.
Tapi have to go on lah kan.
Have to go on lah. I cringe lah, to be honest. But Alhamdulillah, because of that, I start to macam Bukan nak cakap dah more confidence tau. Macam I get more comfortable.
Faham.
Get more comfortable.
Okay, aku ada soalan panas lagi.
Okay.
Soalan panas for part 2. So just now you mention you asked your brother to be your co-host lah, kira kan dah record everything, and then he said he have a lot of things on his plate and everything and cannot be himself. So as we all know, Hassan Rahman is also now a speaker dekat Kau Apa Halnya podcast. So when that happened, was there any misunderstanding ke? Kau rasa macam salah kau cakap dengan aku tak nak buat, habis dengan orang lain jadi speaker. How was
Aku tak
your
tahu
feeling?
Liz tengah marah ke.
Dia marah dengan kau, Syam. Dia marah dengan kau, Syam.
Tak marah. It's a question.
Yes, understand. So basically for that one, it caught me by surprise jugalah.
Okay.
It caught me by surprise because I felt that macam kita was supposed to be doing this together. For me, if it caught me by surprise because I wasn't informed. Kalau dia bilang macam okay bang, I not joining you in this, but actually I'm planning to gini, and being transparent with me, I feel okay. Tapi bila dia dengar je, of course it caught me by surprise. But I know he knows what he's doing. There must be reason kenapa dia join sana. There must be something that he sees a vision in. So I think that I cannot stop him.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, he's my brother. Jahat dia, buruk dia, baik dia pun, he's still my brother.
Plus he also
Yeah.
mentioned with you he cannot be himself, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
true.
to me like apa-apa pun I don't portray this because apa-apa ni aib family.
Yeah, betul.
Macam mana dia macam siap belakang kamera, depan kamera, I still have to protect my family's identity.
Betul. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I know
most important.
a lot of people kat live kan nanti tanya, kau dengan Syam gini. I don't have to share all that lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask me, it caught me by surprise. I was somehow felt a bit disappointed. But it helps me to bring my podcast to be better. Aku boleh tunjuk korang aku seorang aku boleh jalan.
Yeah.
Tapi dah berubah lah. Dah this thing dah put in the past lah.
It wasn't addressed lah actually.
Oh.
Kita tak ada macam nak turun settle berbual kau sekali ni tak ada. I'm not that kind of.
Kau masuk aku. Berbual.
Masuk ring lah.
But but the good thing he supports my podcast.
That's good.
But he's my supporter in
Number one
disguise.
supporter lah.
He's my supporter in disguise lah.
Jangan
Of
diam,
course,
dia just at the
of course,
back.
it goes both ways. I want the best for him. He also wants the best for me.
Betul.
Because kalau sekarang pun, if anything happen to him, I will be there to protect him.
Betul.
I will be there to support him. Likewise for me, if anything were to happen to me, he will be there to come and support me.
Yeah.
Kau nak merajuk tak ada time lah nak merajuk lah.
Okay, you say about supporter kan. Aku tiba ada macam random question. Have you ever met a fan outside?
A fan outside
And how was it? Ke dia ada termistook
Macam
you
mana
with
nak
Hassan
cakap?
Rahman ke
Oh
apa ke?
yeah, ini kelakar. This okay. This
Macam
one.
aku lah.
That's aku tak ingat.
Dah berbual
Yeah.
pandang. Syam bukan Syam.
Yeah, there's one point of time. That one was at the Mak Besar punya event. I think that
Okay.
one you were co-hosting with Syam kan. Sekali that point of time tengah kurus sikit lah. That time myself aku tengah kurus sikit lah. So that point of time I was running a booth, the photo booth lah. So Syam run his own booth, jual baju.
Okay.
I run
Yeah,
the photo booth tau. And then lepas tu kita buat event sama-sama lah. Sekali bila pergi kat Suntec dekat lift lobby, tiba-tiba macam orang macam gini macam itu, but I perasan lah.
From the corner of your eyes lah.
Macam dia ni bos aku ke bos siapa but there was no one around.
Okay.
Ambil gambar. Then I was like, habis aku pun macam lost. Aku macam aku kekek sendiri. Aku pun macam lost. Aku pun macam satu bodoh pergi tengok kamera. Aku macam satu tonggong macam dia dah nak ambil, dia tengah jajan dia pun jalan dia macam very kakak-kakak lah dengan lelaki dia kan. Saya bukan Syaraman tau. Aku assume. Terus dia cakap, oh bukan Syaraman bukan, saya abang. Boleh.
Asalkan ada Rahman kat belakang, dia berani okey lah.
Itulah.
Patut kau jangan cakap. Dia ada post dia tag. Syam mesti confused.
No lah. Aku tak nak buat malu kali aku sendiri je.
Tapi jangan jadi macam aku. Orang nak ambil gambar aku cakap there, over there. Aku pas kat dia.
Yeah. But honestly, if they, macam ada orang kalau macam nampak aku nak ambil gambar, aku malu gila. And okay, let's talk about this. Boleh berbual sikit? Boleh. People label my podcast as Marik main podcast.
Asal sih?
Yeah. People label my podcast as a Marik main podcast just because why I invite ex-convicts.
Okay.
I invite ex-gangsters apa-apa. They label my podcast as Marik main podcast lah.
Okay.
Still
So far
text
rasa
lah.
macam meripik ber. Aku punya intention is different. Okay, but I cannot stop what people want to say.
Yeah,
correct.
Tapi there's this one incident lah. Macam it touched my heart lah, honestly.
Okay.
And sama my wife pun macam cannot move on with that. So the recent Suntec kan, recent Suntec me event, I brought my daughter lah pergi beli barang-barang. Sekarang satu kedai ni jual barang-barang itu macam happy, bangles, very the pinky.
Accessories.
Very girly lah.
Very girly
Kids,
punya
yeah.
tau, very girly. And the salesperson was a very mina tudung baik-baik ni.
Okay.
Baik case masa itu pakai hand saw, pakai stocking. Very decent, very very pleasant, decent girl lah. You ada podcast kan?
Okay.
Then I assume that she was referring to my outside in punya podcast.
Okay,
I
kan
was
baru
like,
feature lah.
Because my mind dah fikir orang fikir aku Marik punya podcast. So apa Marik je dengar lah kira. So I don't see like normal people will listen kan. Sekali dia kata no, I always listen to your podcast, the Rebeat podcast. Then I was like, oh man.
Wah, that
moment I cakap,
It's not a Marik.
I want to do better. I want to bring more values. Tuan ambil gambar.
Ni betul lah ambil gambar dengan Hassan Rahman nama Hassan Rahman.
Tapi I ask my wife lah to come together. So makan dengan my daughter lah. Tapi best lah dapat free gift.
Itu dia.
Tak ada. Bila aku dengar dia punya story tu, aku was expecting apa tau, the plot twist ke apa. Macam, oh I always listen to your podcast. Kenapa you ingat I tak dengar ke? Dia tarik kena angkut.
Kau judgmental kau
Aku was expecting.
No lah, instead of that maybe dia cakap, oh last time also I have a pass, then I change.
Lepas tu
podcast.
dia macam ni. Macam ni. Dia dah sini terus dia macam ni. Kewa. Sialah. Tak apa.
Bodoh lah Sai.
Dia punya bukan satu tips atau 3.
Oh, sial.
3.
Kiwak kecoh. Betul, kau pun sama sial.
Kelakar.
Tak ada kat dalam kepala otak aku bukan 3 tiers, million tiers.
Million tips lagu satu.
Liza Baliza kau simpan. Alright. Okay. So aku rasa kita dah come to the end of the podcast. Tapi sebelum pergi tu, aku need ada tak apa-apa advice kau? I mean from someone yang dah start buat podcast, daripada I think a lot of people bahasa ingat podcast nak kena buat ramai. Ada ramai, ada geng baru boleh bikin. Apa kau punya advice untuk orang-orang yang nak start tapi
Solo.
Alamak.
Yeah, okay. Usually for me, that's why I invited you to my podcast is because I've always believed in this thing lah. Bila kita macam nak buat benda kan, more 2 is a team, 3 is a crowd lah. I panggil macam gitu lah. Because there's gonna be a lot of misunderstanding. No, not misunderstanding lah. Macam too many
Ideas
different point of
together.
views and everything, right? Actually, it doesn't matter that satu orang ke, 2 orang ke. It doesn't matter actually. To me, most important, it doesn't just apply in podcast. It also apply in life. Most important thing is always focus on the values dulu. Focus on the values. Apa kau nak kau pay listeners to take away? Okay, kalau betul kau cakap entertainment, kan? What kind of entertainment you're looking for? Mungkin dia tengah sedih, tapi bila dengar podcast kau cheer up hidup dia, cheer up life dia, gaduh dengan matai. Tapi podcast kau buat macam cheer. It helps a lot in a way. So it's about the values. When we focus on this, right, we focus on what. And bila kita nak cakap pasal content, and kalau boleh lah, for me personally, bila kita buat podcast ni, elakkan, yes, I know that content, when you talk about gossip, it brings engagement.
Correct.
Yeah, but we must be careful. Ini semua dosa-dosa dengan manusia ni.
Betul.
Kau nak kena minta maaf dengan Allah boleh ampunkan kau, tapi manusia tak boleh ampunkan kau. So bila kita nak cakap pasal seseorang, kita nak spark up something, kita nak spark a controversy, korang batu api ke apa-apa, this kind of things, it can actually jeopardize your career in the long run. And also bila podcast dah meletup, podcast dah hot in the charts, number 1 ke, number 10 ke, number 7 ke, always remember your roots. Always remember how you started it, where you started it, where you want to be, what you want with your fans, what you want with your listeners. Always come back to the plans, come back to your roots. Jangan fikir korang dah famous, korang dah somebody, korang tu rasa macam korang big F. Always be humble, stay humble, because this is where being humble, rezeki kita bertambah. Orang yang orang yang yaya ni, itu yang orang cakap, oh rezeki stuck. Lepas tu dah tak ada job, dah tak ada sponsors. Lepas tu salahkan pasal dia ni lah, pasal dia tu. No, you cannot blame anyone already.
Betul.
So remain humble lah, insyaAllah. I mean, this is also an advice to myself juga. It's
Together
an advice to
lah,
all of us.
together.
Sama-sama. We just remain humble, happy. Kalau betul the podcast is not growing ke apa-apa ke, just keep doing it, insyaAllah. If it's not meant for you, it's okay. It's nothing wrong to fail, but
At least you tried.
try.
Yeah.
Try. Okay, tak jadi, tak ada dengar, tak ada sponsor, tak ada apa. Nak stop. It's okay. There's always better opportunities. Let je.
Betul.
Alright, San, thank you so much for joining.
Thank
you so much for all the sharing yang kau dah give to us kat sini. We really definitely learn a lot. And untuk korang-korang yang kita punya listeners ni yang belum lagi follow Rebuild Podcast dekat Spotify, please do so. Yang dekat social media, dekat TikTok, Instagram, please do so. And
Follow Shima Martin also.
Shima Martin Bridal, that one is definitely a must.
Support.
Baju biru tu dah up price pasal ID pakai.
Tiba.
And also jangan lupa follow Hassan punya personal punya account. Hassan
Yes. Hassan Rahman. Lupa. Hassan Rahman.
Asyik je Hassan Rahman mesti keluar.
Mesti keluar.
Yeah. I mean for me it's just more to macam kalau buat live kan kita buat pasal motivation.
Dalam kereta.
Tak habis-habis dalam kereta.
Itu je yang dia tengok.
Tak lah, nanti takut cakap gini nanti orang ingat aku nak show off kereta pula.
Tak, sebab
tak.
dia cuma ada phone stand kat dalam kereta. Tadi dia dah cakap.
And senyap. Dalam kereta senyap.
Senyap. Anak 5, faham?
Saya anak 5. Okay lah. By the way, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you around and also for my episode to be out.
Yes, of course.
In July next month.
Yeah,
So
lastly also, I would like to wish Sembang Panas all the best.
Thank you so
to
much.
reach to its greater heights, to produce more good contents, more better teams.
Amin.
And of course, I want to see us together.
Yes.
Succeed in podcast,
Don't be a
insyaAllah.
stranger.
Yes, of course.
Alright guys, so itu je. Tapi sebelum kita end kita punya podcast ni, kita have a small chit chat dengan kita punya penaja daripada AceRealtorsSg. Jumpa korang nanti.
You are now listening to Sembang Panas Podcast.